Shut up and sit down.
What is the story, Internet? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. I hope you all enjoyed the week of Champions League football, leading into another weekend of Premier League football. Unfortunately, there's no other really big matches in Spain, France, Germany or Italy that I could see. So we're just going to talk about the Premier League, and I'm going to do something different this week. I'm going to talk about the 8 matches that are on Saturday and Sunday and save the Monday match to preview when I do my review next week. I'll do a review on Sunday of the Saturday-Sunday matches, and then that way I can preview Monday's match, maybe preview a bit of the Champions League, we'll see. But maybe do the preview and the review of the Premier League in one episode. But since we've got a lot of matches to get through, let's jump in. So Burnley versus Everton. This is an opportunity for Everton to bounce back, as they have been a little bit shaky the last couple of weeks, losing to Leeds, losing to Manchester United. Although Burnley need to bounce back more than anyone after losing 5-0 to City. So, and then speaking of City, City have got Fulham. So Fulham will be riding high after beating Leicester last week. By the way, if I'm looking at the computer too much, it's because I'm trying to figure out, there's 2 teams that aren't playing this weekend, and I'm trying to figure out which 2 teams it is. So that's why I keep looking at the screen to see if I can figure it out. I think I've figured out one of them. I think it's Aston Villa. But yeah, Fulham will be riding high after beating Leicester City. So it should be an interesting match. I think City are probably going to do what they did to Burnley to Fulham, though, bless them, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, they are a good team if they can get their act together, and they've been doing well in the Champions League. And having qualified through to the next round of the Champions League, I'm sure that they'll be wanting to prove a point that they belong there. So I think Fulham could prove to be that fixture. So West Ham versus Manchester United. Manchester United need to bounce back after Paris. And West Ham are not the team that you want to be facing to bounce back at the moment, because they've just been playing so well. They just keep on doing well. I think they're on 6 games that they've won, or at least got positive results that no one expected. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tough match for Manchester United. It'll be a good opportunity to get Fred to get his head back up again, and then whoever he replaces can play in the Champions League next week, since Fred will be suspended, I'm assuming, because of the red card. So it's going to be tough at London Stadium, though. West Ham are a tough team to break down, and we've had trouble with them the last couple of years. They have been one of those teams that we just can't seem to beat. So hopefully Ole and the boys can get out there and sort it out. Chelsea versus Leeds. I think this is going to be a very, very interesting match, in all honesty, because Chelsea are doing quite well, but Leeds are the unexpected package of this season. So I think it could be a very entertaining match. Obviously, Leeds beat Everton last week, so they'll be riding high. Chelsea came off of that 0-0 against Tottenham, but then they won in the Champions League in the middle of the week, beating Sevilla 4-0. I doubt Giroud is going to make an appearance even after his hat-trick, but that will have the heads riding high. I think it's going to be very interesting, Frank Lampard versus Marco Bielsa, to see how the 2 teams operate and how they handle each other. The way that Leeds are set up at the minute make them very, very difficult to anticipate, and very difficult to break down. So yeah, I think this could be a very entertaining battle at Stamford Bridge. On to Sunday, we have West Brom versus Crystal Palace. Both teams desperately in need of a bit of a reversal of fortune. West Brom beat Sheffield United 1-0, but Crystal Palace lost to Newcastle 2-0. So yeah, I think West Brom will be finding Crystal Palace in a bit of a vulnerable position at the moment. They're not the same Crystal Palace that beat Manchester United on the first match of the season. They've lost to Burnley and they've lost to Newcastle. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that West Brom might sneak a win here, maybe a 1-0 or 2-1, something like that. But it's anyone's game. It's one of those games where both teams have the potential to win it. Sheffield United versus Leicester City. It really breaks my heart to say it, but I think that Sheffield United are just not going to be up for the task. I really don't. Leicester will want to bounce back from losing to Fulham last week, and I think that Sheffield United are going to be the unfortunate victims. They haven't looked good, and they've been knocked out of the cup. They keep losing 1-0 repeatedly, week after week after week. The two strikers have got, 2 goals between them? I just can't see it being any different than a Leicester City win. They might be able to hold on and keep it as a 1-0, but I think it's just going to be Leicester coming out on top of that one. There is another match I'm going to come back to, it's on the board, but the final match on Sunday is Liverpool versus Wolves. Should be a very entertaining match. Wolves beating Arsenal last time out, and I think that they're set up in a way that can frustrate Liverpool, in a similar way to how Brighton did last weekend, getting the draw. I can see this being a draw as well. The likes of Adama Traore. The big miss for Wolves is going to be Raúl Jimenez after that horror collision with David Luiz last weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how they line up and how they prepare for this fixture. But I think that it's going to be very evenly matched, because the rest of the team for Wolves should be set up very similarly. And Liverpool have a lot of injuries at the minute. I'm not sure how many of them are coming back, but Jordan Henderson, Van Dijk's still out. If Robinson's still injured, they've got a lot of key moving parts that are injured at the moment. So we'll have to see how they line up. I can see Wolves getting, not necessarily, no, it is an upset because it's against the champions. So, I can see them coming back and causing an upset at Anfield. So, and then into the final match, the match that I previewed earlier is the North London derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. If there's any match that Arsenal fans will want to win, it's this one. Even with their run of recent form, it's this one. Not to say that Mourinho's men and the Tottenham fans don't want to win it, but Tottenham have looked the better team when they've been playing. So I think it's going to be tough for both teams. I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle. I can see this ending up with a couple of red cards, actually, just because of the personalities that are on the pitch. David Luiz and the likes of Alderweireld. I can see it being a bit of a battle. Gareth Bale's first North London derby since joining back to Spurs. I'm sure he'll be up for it if he's on the pitch. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be a little bit like the Chelsea-Spurs match from last weekend, where it's going to end in a draw. But I think it's going to be a draw with goals. I don't think it's going to be goalless. I think it's going to end either 1-1 or 2-2, personally, at Tottenham Stadium. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out from there. And then finally into the TV channels of where you can find all of these matches. I've figured out who it is that's not playing. Like I said, it's Aston Villa. The other team that was missing, and I can't believe it wasn't right in front of my eyes, is Newcastle. So that was meant to be on Friday and it's been postponed. Not sure the reasons, but it's been postponed for this weekend. So, starting with Burnley versus Everton, NBCSN and Universal. Same with Manchester City and Fulham. West Ham versus Manchester United is on NBC itself and Universal. Chelsea versus Leeds, NBCSN and Universal. Sunday, West Brom versus Crystal Palace on Peacock. Actually, all the matches on Sunday, Sheffield United versus Leicester, Spurs versus Arsenal, and Liverpool versus Wolves are all on Peacock. So that's the weekend's football. I'm surprised that I was able to get through it in as short a time as I was. But I will be back with you on Sunday for a review of the football and a preview of the upcoming fixture on Monday, which is Brighton versus Southampton. So until then, I hope you're all staying safe and keeping out of trouble. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, ta-ra for now.